Welcome everyone to the post-game, the post-war games edition of One Nation Live. Joining me live here, and you guys can introduce yourselves.
Jeremy Donovan here.
And the young boy, baby.
Yeah, man. So we just got done watching NXT War Games, and gentlemen, what did you think of this show? There was 5 matches, and it's a lot shorter show than we're going to watch tomorrow. What did you guys think of this?
I mean, overall, I thought it was a pretty decent show.
Well, first off, who says I'm watching tomorrow's show tomorrow?
Yeah.
I thought it was actually a great takeover. I thought it was top to bottom a really, really good takeover.
Yeah, so I guess we can start with the main event since we just finished it. The War Games was brought back for the first time in 20 years.
No, it wasn't.
And yes, this was not the War Games of old. There was a big metal part in the middle between the ring.
There was no roofs, no sparklers when the cage came down.
Yeah.
No submit or surrender.
3 teams.
There was shark cages.
There was no roof on the motherfucker. There was weapons in there.
There was no intervals between the individual people coming out. It was just the whole team getting...
Nobody had war paint on.
No one bladed.
I thought it was a lot of good action in the match. But to me, how I would have done it, like WWE got it close to what I would have done. But since they started with the triple threat deal, the first team that they released was Undisputed Era. And I thought that... that was the right thing to do, but what I would have done is had Undisputed Era whoop ass, essentially, what they did, and then who would have come out next? Sanity would have came out next to pretty much try to fight them, but still be outnumbered. And then by the time the real hosses come down there, it's 5-on-3 against all these folks. But they decided to go another way, and there was it looks like Alexander Wolf damn near died in this match.
Yeah. There was a lot of blood from that top rope German through both of those tables.
Bleeding from the back of your head is a lot different from a small cut
on the front.
On the front of your head, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately it doesn't matter what order they came in, because they didn't understand the psychology or care to try to understand the psychology of bringing in the different people with the advantages. That wasn't the story they were telling this match. The story was, let's get them all in the cage as quickly as possible so we can have as much action as possible for as long as we can. That's the only time the match picked up, was once everybody got in the cage. Up to then, there was no point.
And one thing that really bothered me was when they kept saying...
The match hasn't started.
The match hasn't started yet. It's like we're watching a match. Like I understand there can't be a winner right now, or there's no refs in there.
Last week, Braun Strowman and Kane didn't actually wrestle.
Oh,
that wasn't a match either.
Oh, okay.
The bell didn't ring.
The bell didn't ring. So we got a comment. It looked like from Simon. He said War Games was awesome, but Velveteen Dream caught my attention tonight. We are getting to him in a moment. He said this match was part War Games, part WWE Steel Cage matches, and 50% Lethal Lockdown. Now you guys are talking about Lethal Lockdown.
Yeah.
It was way more similar to Lethal Lockdown than it was to War Games.
Yeah. I don't know. One thing that also got on my fucking nerves. Dustin Rhodes was sitting with Arn Anderson, and if you guys watch WCW or anything, that makes no fucking sense. Arn Anderson and the Four Horsemen put hard times on Dusty Rhodes' family. He literally cannot sit with Arn Anderson. Like, that doesn't work. Like, what were they thinking?
Kayfabe is dead.
Yes.
Bro, I think it was 2012, they inducted Dusty as an honorary Horseman member, so kayfabe's definitely dead.
Bro, how does Dusty Rhodes even accept an honorary membership to the Four Horsemen? Like, they honorarily whooped your ass for all those years. How does that go? Dave Finchel says the camera work really hurt the main event. They missed some really important spots.
They
did.
The Samoan drop, fallaway slam where
they were
Killian Dane and I believe it was Razor. They were both doing the same move, but we couldn't see that because the camera was only focused on Killian Dane.
And I think this is a function of the large, WWE rings, like, because in WCW the rings were smaller, so it always looked like a more dangerous environment. This just looked like a big wide open cage or whatever and all that. So
with the size of the workers and the size of WWE's rings, they could have actually literally done this in one ring. It would have been fine.
Right.
Yeah. I guess we can leave it there on War Games. Like I got
no, we can't, because I need to say something. I keep letting them break my heart.
Over. Tell him, Josh. Shoot on the ass, Josh. Shoot.
This is Saturday.
This is my favorite match of all time. Is the War Games. I love that match more than anything else. I think the '92 War Games is maybe the best WCW match of all time. It's better than freaking Flair and Steamboat. It's better than Bray and Eddie, and they killed it. They killed it in one night. They got it.
You waited all these years.
Now, granted, there hasn't been a good freaking War Games match since '92, but I expected there to be something that was at least War Games-esque, and this was just a double cage match. That's all this was.
I don't get the whole deal like with the shark cages at ringside, because that was weird. They're them trying to get their gimmicks off or whatever. But
something else that annoyed all of us. They have a War Games match going on. They're chanting for tables.
Yes.
The whole match.
Yes. You have a fucking War Games match.
A double cage match happening, and you're chanting for tables.
Someone has to explain that nation of tables with me. Like tables, they add to something, but they're not like a main event. Like
they were like, we want tables. It's like, I want a roof.
It's like
I want to make a surrender.
Yes.
I want Blade. I don't care. I want these guys to Blade. I don't care. It's the War Games.
Yeah, man.
Get their health. We want blood.
I don't care about hepatitis. I want them to Blade. I don't care.
Yeah, man. Moving on from the War Game, we had in NXT
ratings.
I had 3 3/4, or 3.75.
I think we all pretty much agreed on that.
Yeah, because the
action was
a lot
great.
happened, but then it was just a lot that just felt like it was missing.
The storytelling and the psychology, and for Rance, the consistency.
What up, boy? So they switched the NXT title tonight to Andrade Cien Almas.
El Idolo.
Shocker.
That's one of the good shocks.
Yeah.
Because the deal with it, looks like we got a couple comments. Let's read it before we get to all that. Simon says, WCW had split cameras. Thank you, Kevin Dunn. 1992 War Games was awesome, and no roof for War Games was stupid as fuck. They could have gotten a taller cage. Dave Finchel says, I don't think the War Games concept works in today's environment. No blood, and it's important. Today's audience doesn't have the attention span for a match where it takes so long to get to anything quote unquote important.
Well, they do if they're working as fast as they did in '92 instead of everyone laying around and having, like, when the match started. You know what pissed me off was when the match started and those guys literally spent 2 minutes just staring at each other. It was a big moment. Did they not understand that this is not a big moment match? This is a freaking blood feud blow off. They're supposed to be brawling like they're Edge and freaking Matt Hardy in 2005.
Yeah, run it.
We watched 92 War Games before this, and dude, they were just going at it.
They worked bell to bell the whole match. It's not a slow match.
Yeah.
This was slower than that match was by far.
I want to say it was 60 seconds before they started swinging on each other.
Oh, right.
And it was if you're going to do that, Adam Cole should have ran away, and then the other two dudes were like, well, we here, run it.
Right.
And then, you get to it from there.
They would have had a better match without 2 rings and 2 cages.
They might have, yeah.
So just the lockdown.
No, if they would have just had a regular triple threat 6-man or whatever you want to call it, they would have had a better match.
Tornado tag cage match.
Cage, yeah, whatever.
Now, they switched the NXT title from Drew McIntyre after only 3 months, and they gave it to Andrade Cien Almas, who got over huge tonight.
They gave Santana treatment.
Yeah. He's had a long arc back, because if you remember when Almas debuted, he came in and they put him as Ty Dillinger, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason.
Suspenders.
Yeah, in suspenders, yes. And it just didn't work out. And it's like, wow, this is one of those quote-unquote indie guys that, like, people didn't take to. And I wondered why that was.
My dog, La Sombra.
Yeah, and now he's the champion. So with a sudden reverse of fortunes. The only thing I can think is people were about to turn on Drew McIntyre.
Right.
And NXT might have sensed that. I
was hearing some boos when he first came out, and then when they were kind of doing the face-off, the intros, I started hearing the boos. I'm like, are they booing this man?
Well, he's a natural heel.
Yeah, I mean, his size and his look, he's a perfect monster heel. If it was up to me, I would book McIntyre versus Gargano as a title match for Takeover New Orleans.
They were
tag team in
Evolve.
They have amazing matches, I've heard. I didn't see them, but I heard that they're supposed to be.
They've also wrestled each other a bunch out there, too.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Well, McIntyre could be in the Royal Rumble now.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably
Nothing stopping him. Right. Nothing stopping him now.
They're chanting 3MB tonight,
They were chanting 3MB.
Yeah.
I thought they had a great match. Like, I would go 4 stars on it because it did have that thing in the beginning where it kind of started slow.
Yeah.
But the Zelina Vega spots definitely got folks into it, and I think Andrade is like, a talented guy. He's more talented than he's even shown in NXT, to be honest. Bro, he's almost NXT's Naito now. The only thing with him, I don't even care if he learns English now because he has Zelina Vega translate all this shit and do whatever.
Zelina Vega has been such a savior for his career. It's to really step his game up.
Dave Fenishel says, this was too soon for Almas. I didn't feel like I was taking on a journey to get there. They literally played a video package before the match.
That's part of the problem.
He's also a heel.
Yeah, here's part of the problem. A lot of people only watch the takeovers and do not watch the weekly NXT, and then say there's no journey. If you watch the weekly NXT for months now, you saw the story of Almas partying, going out drinking with girls, and then Lena came in, and week by week, Almas was beating people. He beat that Cesar Bononi, who beat him in the upset.
Yeah.
He beat Roderick Strong. He beat all these people
in a row.
Built up to him getting this number 1 contendership. This didn't come out of nowhere. It was actually like a couple months build into him getting the number 1 contendership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to have to defer to Jeremy on that because I haven't been watching it. So I'll take your word for it. But I will say there was three moves in this match that I thought were just freaking awesome. When he did that moonsault to the outside,
yes,
that was awesome. Yeah. When he did the better Sister Abigail, but with the DDT, that was freaking awesome. And then when he finished him off with, I don't even know, is that one of his regular moves that he finished him with?
With the
where he did the Hangman DDT, but it was almost like a
the hammerlock.
The hammerlock
joint. It was a brainbuster though.
Yeah,
that was so nasty. I'm Mark, guys. Okay, I'll just
Mark.
We're all marks.
When he got pinned, I was like, "Is he really hurt? Was that supposed to happen?" Like I was believing for a minute that he really was like out. And then even afterwards, I was like, "Yo, is this real?"
Yeah, bro. It looked for a second like it was a situation. You guys remember when Emma did a sandwich on Becky Lynch and or NXT Takeover Brooklyn a couple years ago?
Yeah,
and she didn't count. It had a little bit of feeling like that or whatever. So I was like, but no McIntyre as a champion anymore. Dave says, seriously though, guys, stop the presses. Where's the ab contest? I said the same thing earlier. And they never Jeremy said they never mentioned it once. Right?
It was never on TV. It was only Gargano and Michaels.
Maybe it happened off camera, like that Pete Dunne versus Gargano match.
Yeah, maybe play it on NXT TV or something.
While we're on the topic,
y'all put on. Do you think Sean cheated for this?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if y'all seen Sean's arms lately, but that is looking jacked.
The man's been at the PC.
How about while we're on the topic that weren't camera? How about half the crowd being not even there tonight?
Yeah.
They literally did not sell out, and in fact, it looked like a SmackDown show.
That leads to tell me one thing, that maybe War Games isn't a draw.
Maybe McIntyre's not a draw.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they switched the belt.
I don't know. Although I can't see that Almas would draw either. I mean, I don't know that he's that over.
But there's other baby faces that could draw.
That's true. Yeah, I could see him as just being a transitional guy. Kind of like how Drew was just a transitional guy. Right?
James said McIntyre needs to be on the main roster 3 months ago. I totally agree.
From day one.
Yeah,
Right.
like he literally could have won the belt where Jinder won the belt, and we could have probably had a lot better results. Yes. Tell us why, Josh.
He's not Indian.
He's not representing the 1.3. Simon says 3MB is about to get that reunion going, about to do them clean jobs.
And guess who they're going to do those clean jobs to?
Who?
The Shield.
The original Shield.
Yeah,
the original Shield. Yep. Oh, man. So I want to talk about the women's match, but I kind of want to talk about the most impressive thing of the night first. Unquestionably.
Dream.
Yes. One night. This man became a motherfucking star. He's 22 years old. This man has the whole Prince gimmick going. When he got in the ring, if you look at it, he had the deal where he looked like Shawn Michaels with the glasses, and then he was like had his arms out, and then he had the zipper on the pants, and then he does the Ravishing Rick Rude like with the fucking pants. Like this dude is the truth right now.
Maybe not in character work. I wouldn't say he reminded me of Mr. Perfect, but for some reason while he was walking out, his mannerisms, I don't know what it was, something about like just the believability of him being that character. It just reminded me of like a Kurt Hennig or like a Rick Rude. And I remember I looked at these guys and I was like, this guy, there's something very 90s about this match. Even before the match started, you got the one dude coming out with like the 90s Undertaker gimmick, and then this other guy with this incredible, character work. And I was like, man, this is really 90s WWF. And the storytelling throughout the match was the same way. On a night when I expected to get 80s NWA action, I ended up with a great 90s WWF type of match with much better athleticism. It was really good.
Yeah, and I've seen people on Twitter say like you already, like you said, this is storytelling and psychology only. I'm like,
what, from him?
No, from that match. Now
that match was awesome.
Now, yes. There was storytelling.
What is wrestling?
There was storytelling. There was psychology. You know what else there was? A lot of awesome fucking moves. That's also what happened. There
was a lot
of great timing and control of the crowd. Like, when is the Velveteen Dream shirt coming out?
Right. Dude, I love the spot where Aleister Black whipped Velveteen into the ropes with the Bret Hart spot.
Yeah.
And he bounced off, did the moonsault and caught him on the way down. Dude, that was sick.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to watch that match again.
I liked when Velveteen acted like he was going to dive to the outside.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And stunned it.
And they stunned it on him.
Bro.
And then you know what? This is all just storytelling stuff, whatever. Like, something about this match really reminded me of, like, Macho Man Warrior from, like, WrestleMania with all the, like, posing and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but...
And Velveteen got a win, too. He finally got Black to say his name.
He got that Jeff Hardy Undertaker Raw ladder match moment.
Right.
Yeah. Like he literally, like, the crowd was out there, like...
they were hot for that dude.
Yeah.
he became a superstar in one night, and he's 22 years old. And, people say Josh was saying there's a curse when I say this, but this man, he's a future world champion.
I have to get back because you said the same thing about Cody, and he's a world champion now.
Oh man, let's read a couple of these. Dave Finishow says, bigger problem for NXT. They succeeded by grabbing the best indie guys in the world. Now they're down to second tier indie guys, and it shows.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that because they're always going to be able to refresh because there's always a new crop of guys. Because right now they can go get Matt Riddle if they want. Ricochet's about to come in. Like they're always going to be replaced.
I would not call La Sombra a second-rate indie guy.
I wouldn't either.
He's one of the biggest draws in CMLL. I wouldn't call Adam Cole a second-rate indie guy.
Yeah, 3-time Ring of Honor champion, only guy to win it 3 times.
I wouldn't call Kyle O'Reilly a second-rate indie guy. I mean, this is a dude who is an international star in Japan.
I'm not really into Adam Cole like that, but I his accolades, put him at a higher tier.
I mean, are they Samoa Joe or CM Punk? No, but I mean that era doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
That 2005, 2006, indies happened a long time ago. It's 2012 now, and these are the guys that were big stars.
Yeah. Simon said, looking for Velveteen Dream merch, none to be found. Stoneface. I assume that they're gonna change that soon, and I hope they come out with the frilly shirts because I want me one of them joints, the frilly joints and I want the 3 glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say
bro. Like, first off, WWE needs to be careful that Prince doesn't have that trademark because the estate of Prince will come get your ass.
Yeah.
That shit.
Listen, when Prince died, I tried to listen to some Prince music on YouTube. You can't find any. They got that stuff on.
Yes,
right.
Yes, you got to go to Tidal if you want some Prince.
Though, Tommy End made him look like a.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Yeah, he did.
Bro, Black was like, the thing was, enough people started cheering Velveteen Dream, but I don't feel like they ever turned on Aleister Black. And Aleister Black looked like the veteran, and he also made it where it was like he was the star.
Yeah.
And he made that guy.
Right.
Or whatever. And all Dream had to do is show up and do all his cool shit. Like, and it just works right now.
Right.
I was disappointed I didn't get to see the elbow.
James said it felt 90s because of the Goldust homoeroticism, Josh. Dave Finchel says James is a hater. # not living the dream. One thing I did say about Velveteen Dream, like if they're gonna like do the Prince and they're gonna go all in with it, they need to make sure the entrance music is on point.
It's gotta be better.
Like it's gotta be better. Like they went like the mid tempo kind of knockoff Prince joint, and they got that wah, 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 like which is kind of like a riff
come out on a
that
purple,
are in.
on a purple motorcycle.
Maybe that's his WrestleMania entrance. Like, bro, like if this man comes out right at WrestleMania, like it's the end of Purple Rain, or like on the motorcycle.
I can see him like floating down to the ring with like doves behind him.
Oh my god,
that would be great.
Bro! Like
that would be, dude.
Bro, what if we need to just get him Apollonia now? They come out with the tight black joint or whatever. Like you can get like
what they could do.
Turn Zelina Vega, and put her with him.
Right.
They made some really great advances.
Dave, they cannot just pay for the rights of Purple Rain. You know how much that would cost? You know how much that would cost?
They can't even afford Pyro. They're not going to afford that.
Hey, in my fantasy booking world, they've made some really great advances in hologram technology. They could bring Prince back and actually have him perform his music at WrestleMania.
Correct. James said homoeroticism is only a problem for a homophobe. Drops mic.
All right.
Joel Sorensen says them tights were fire though. Yes, they were. We didn't actually talk about that yet.
Tights. Yeah, it was total Rick Rude moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like anytime you see your face on a grown man's pants, you have to whoop their ass.
Right.
Like you just have to run it with them.
Right.
Like and you have to win. You can't like all right like if he beats your ass and he's wearing you like that's gotta fuck with your head, doesn't it?
I wonder why no one in MMA has ever done that.
Oh my god! Well, they're not allowed to now.
No, but in Bellator they can.
Oh, okay.
In Bellator they can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, including like jump in the cage and push a referee in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah. That is. They're
But I
looking
wonder
at
why
shoot
guys
that
haven't
man.
done stuff like that. Like that's such a heel move. Like I would do that.
Yeah, man. But I ended up giving that match I thought it was a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
I saw some folks going 5 on it and all that.
I've
seen a lot of 5-star matches this year. It wasn't that, but that's nothing against this match. This was fucking great.
Yeah,
4.5, 5-star for the storytelling, for sure. I mean, it was a great storytelling match. It was a star-making performance for Patrick Clark, though.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I expect big things from Velveteen Dream in the future. He should be on every takeover from now on.
Yes.
Although they should have not had him say his name and let it go into another match.
Say my name
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it like an I Quit match, essentially.
Yeah, I would have done that, but
Joel says, Black Rick Rude, respect to him for paying homage. Yeah, I guess. But, yeah, man, what else? We had the women. Another shocking title change. It was a vacant championship, and Ember Moon basically came out here. Oh, okay. He said Dave thought he meant homoeroticism was some sort of negative. # catch up. Okay, gotcha. So the women, we had Peyton Royce taking on Billie Kay and Kairi Sane. Who's the other one?
Ember
Moon, the one that won. Yeah. And the belt was put on Ember Moon after she's notoriously come up short or been injured in her title challengers. Patrick Clark is the Velveteen Dream. You know, the artist formerly known as Patrick Clark. You know, James. Like he asked who the fuck is Patrick Clark. I said the artist formerly known. But yeah, were you guys shocked to see Ember Moon win?
I was more shocked about that powerbomb that Nikki Cross took to the cement.
Yes,
oh man,
bro,
that was sick. That was a sick bump.
That's what I was telling y'all when we were watching it. Like, I remember seeing like Psycho Sid do that shit to dudes like when I was a kid, and I thought dudes were dying out there. Like powerbomb powerbomb to the concrete floor. Like, no man, like we have to like stop the match.
Throw the X up.
Yeah. Like she's done, but Nikki Cross is crazy apparently. So
I was definitely shocked about the title change. I mean, you would think that if they were going to put it on Ember, they would have just did it, have her beat Asuka and win it that way.
It weakens the division a little bit to have her have come up short against Asuka twice. I mean, they were close both times, but then for it to be like, oh, well, she's second best. Instead of having like a storyline of redemption and, you know, regaining her confidence and then becoming the top person, it's just like, why would you run it back and put it right on her right after she just failed?
Right. I for sure thought they were going to put it on Peyton Royce just because they really haven't had a strong heel like NXT Women's Champion.
I really thought they were like they were anxious to have that, but they must realize that we not with that shit.
They had it with the boss.
Yeah, they had Sasha, but there are so many babyface women. I thought they put the belt on Peyton Royce and just line them women up. Peyton Royce to cheat and get over, get heat.
I really thought that was going to happen, and I'm thankful to say.
Don't doubt that they don't do that soon.
James said hashtag ain't no Patrick Clark, bro. Viva la Velveteen. Dave Finishwell says it seemed anticlimactic to have Ember win tonight. I think she could have benefited from Bill like Chase. I'm actually with you on that, Dave.
Right.
Like if they were going to do it,
I agree with you, Dave.
Even if they never wanted to give her the title. Because think about it, like she's failed so much. She's already been in NXT for so long. How much longer is she really going to be there? Right. Like, if you want to start building the future of the division, like I think you got to look at Kairi Sane, don't you? And then also with like Bianca Belair waiting in the wings and the rest of like the women there.
Or the Golden Goddess Mandy Rose.
Correct.
Get put her on TV.
Yes.
I mean, if they really want to get this women's division over, what they need to do is sign Candy Cartwright.
Oh my God. Jordan Grace.
And they need to bring
the Cutie Pie Club or whatever it is.
Yes.
And they need to put the belt on her, and then the next thing that happens is she beats everybody.
Yes, beats everyone like Bob Holly. Simon says they should have milked the Ember Moon winning the title more until the WrestleMania weekend takeover. The only thing is, like, I don't know if they could have kept her that hot for that long.
Not with her gimmick, the way that they've been exposing it, and it was a really cool gimmick when it started, but she's doing regular promos and stuff now. It's kind of killed it. Mm-hmm. If they did that to Undertaker in the 90s, he would have never survived the 90s.
Right, because she's supposed to have like this dark kind of like
mystery
character, and then she's like in the PC in a normal promo with no contact lens, normal promo. It's like takes you out of the character.
They're giving her the demon treatment like she's Finn Balor or something.
Right.
So maybe she ends up dropping it to the person who she's gonna be like, putting over big.
Who would that be?
Shayna Baszler, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. That's probably it.
Latta.
Oh my gosh! Dave said, "Rich just agree with me. Stop the show."
All three of us agree with you, Dave.
Simon says he wanted Ember Moon to win the title, and he's glad she won it, but Asuka wasn't too good to do a job.
She showed a job to her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like,
she should have.
I don't know, man. I don't know if she was ready for Asuka.
She's going to lose at Survivor Series tomorrow.
Nah, bro. Asuka's about to be a survivor.
She's going to lose with the schoolboy roll-up and someone's foot on the ropes. It's going to be stupid.
Oh, my. She's going to lose to a snapmare?
She's going to lose to gonna get atomic dropped and it's gonna be over.
Michael Grimes says, how many people are listening to this over watching Triple H live on Facebook? Hashtag me. We appreciate you, Michael.
That's right. Top talent.
Over the game. We will not job to the game.
Young talent will not be buried by the game.
Yes.
You guys can't see it, but I'm throwing up a one sweet right now.
Yes.
One sweet.
James said, Ember winning the belt right after Asuka left makes the women's title feel like a participation trophy.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
James agreed with me? It's a crazy night.
It's wild out here.
I thought it was a nice touch to actually have Asuka get in the ring with her, but I was screaming at the TV for Asuka to put her in the Asuka lock and just remind her that nobody is ready for Asuka. She can snap at any time in the dress,
Especially not Emma.
Yes. Oh, man. Careful, man. You're going to have angry wrestlers in your mentions.
Yeah, you get heat.
No, I won't, because wrestlers don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Not over.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Simon said, Dave says he cracks out every time Rich says Simon says. Also, I think Asuka was going to put over Ember in their eventual third match. James says Asuka's about to eliminate 4 women tomorrow. Stop that.
You think so?
She's not doing no job tomorrow.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, I guess that's a discussion for a different podcast. So,
yeah. So the last match that was on there was Lars Sullivan and Cassius Ohno. I was up getting something to eat during most of this match. It looks like folks weren't really thrilled with this match on Twitter.
There's a lot of stiff strikes. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't great, but I mean, it was a decent opener.
I think Lars Sullivan looks like 2 people. He looks like Fritz Von Erich, and he also looks like
he looks like Nikolai Valuev.
Oh my gosh!
Who's
the dude that trained Triple H? Killer Kowalski.
Yeah, Kowalski.
He looks like a combo of those 2 guys.
You guys ever seen Nikolai Valuev? He's the largest heavyweight champion in history. I'll show you guys. He looks just like that dude.
Oscar handing that belt off to Ember Moon was exactly why Vince screwed Brett. LOL. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, he does kind of look like that guy.
Yeah, he does.
But Lars Sullivan is fucking huge. What did you say about him, Jeremy?
I forgot.
You talking about Vince McMahon and?
Oh yeah, I said if Vince McMahon saw Lars Sullivan tonight, he'll be on the main roster tomorrow.
Oh my god,
that man will take out Shane and be the 5th man on the SmackDown Survivor Series team.
And go over everybody.
Yeah, real quick, squash everybody.
I just love that they took Chris Hero off the Indies to get him under.
Yeah, they
cooled
that man off
real quick. And a year ago in April, we thought we were going to watch him and Nakamura wrestle at TakeOver, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
They made man not hot real quick.
Yes. Dave says, Lars is just a guy and Ono doesn't add any value. It was just a bad choice for the opener. I kind of I think Lars is a guy.
Dude,
it depends because I feel like I've seen a million of them.
Dude, I can see Lars getting a Braun Strowman push on the main roster.
He could
and getting over.
He could eventually be on the brand opposite of Strowman and then be the version of it.
Right.
I mean, I can see it going one of 2 ways. He could either be Bull Dempsey or he could be Baron Corbin, one way or the other.
Right.
It ain't good, right?
Something interesting that Brian Alvarez has been saying a lot on his shows.
Wow.
We're so used to the small, fast indie wrestlers. Mm-hmm. Whenever we get a big powerhouse, it's something new now. Where back in the day, it was all big guys, and we get the small guys on something new. So whenever a big guy comes around, it's kind of like they get over a little bit quicker now because we're so used to fast-paced, athletic indie guys, and a big guy comes a monster. Then look at this monster guy. He does awesome shit and gets over.
Right. I don't know. James says, Ono wore a Duke jersey and got that ass whipped. 5 stars. Fuck you, James. Duke all day. Number one team in the country. Michael Grimes says Lars versus Braun. I would say that match is right out of the Hawes division.
Right.
Dave Fennell says if you need to fill the monster role, couldn't Alexander Wolf fill that role? To me, I don't see him as a monster. He's a really athletic guy. He would be doing flips and shit. If I'm thinking monsters,
did he mean Killian Dane?
Maybe Killian Dane. Killian Dane is raw on the low. This same dudes have grown a lot. When they first showed it was what is this?
You know what, me? I just like hoss matches, so two big dudes hitting each other as hard as they can. I'm all about that. It doesn't matter if it's like the greatest match in the world.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that Ono took that loss, and
it's crazy. Yeah, let's go back to what Dave was saying. He said Ono doesn't add any value. I disagree with that because the dude clearly they took the man off the indie scene to cool his jets.
He was
from whatever he was doing.
Selling ticket on the indie scene. Right. Again, speaking to that thing that he said earlier, these are second-rate indie guys. Like, no, it's Chris Hero.
Yeah,
this is one of the last remnants of that 06 class of guys that's been a big star.
I just don't think they see him on that level. I think that's the problem.
It's his physique, his attitude.
Right.
Yeah, but there are plenty of ways to hide that, and also
what they have with the jerseys,
right? What they have with the jerseys, and also like if you look at Kevin Owens wrestling in basketball shorts, Kevin Owens ready to hoop out here, like
ready to break ankles.
Yeah,
Chris Hero ain't nothing to f with. That's all I know.
Yeah, he said Lars ain't tall. James says Lars ain't tall enough to be a main roster monster heel. He's just ugly like a gargoyle. Yeah, and I think that was something we were saying about the Authors of Pain, like how much bigger they look than everyone in NXT, and then when they get there and you're just you're standing across from Sheamus, and it's like he's looking you eye to eye, like
a monster no more.
Well,
yes.
What's going to be dope is when they join the Shield, and then the Shield becomes a 5-man team.
Or Roman kicks out Seth and Dean and says, we're the real Shield now.
Right. That would require him going heel, which will never happen.
True. But overall, final thoughts on the show. How do we look at this from top to bottom?
The last takeover, I think everyone was raving about it, saying it was like one of the best ever, right? The last takeover. So this probably wasn't better than that, but I mean,
hell no.
This is a really good takeover show. I mean, you had a 4.5-star match. You had another like close to 4-star main event or co-main event. The main event was kind of close to 4 stars, and I mean, you can't really say anything too bad about the opener of the women's match. I thought overall, I mean, I'd give it like a solid B+ as a show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was really
maybe an A.
Like I think
probably not.
If we're looking at like everything tonight accomplished, it basically quenched that War Games thirst, regardless if it wasn't the real War Games.
No, it did not. No, it did not.
This man's still thirsty.
Yes,
this man's thirsty over here.
You got to see 2 cages. You had 2 rings.
No,
you can't say that they didn't do it.
I'd rather watch a freaking Elimination Chamber match.
Oh, Rance, I don't have it all synced up like that. If you want to call, you can probably call like Jeremy on Facebook Live, and you can speak out loud to that. I just have my phone hooked up over here going live. But
what's up, Rance?
How was the show live, Rance?
Tell us about those fans that weren't like on the other half of the.
Oh man, Josh hit low already.
Just tell us about it. They were hiding it, obviously. I wanted to get the live report.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, man. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you're looking at things they accomplished tonight, like, they made another new star in the Velveteen Dream. Like, he's, I think, the future of NXT.
That dude's a star on a brand where WWE doesn't have stars like that on the main brand. They don't have characters. Right. This dude's a fully formed character at 22 years old. I mean, granted, when they brought someone up who was a fully formed character, like, say, Tyler Breeze, they ruined him, so they might ruin Velveteen Dream, but there's so much upside with that kid right now. He could be world champion.
Aleister Black is another fully formed character that should be on the main roster. Like, what more does he need to develop in NXT? Like, he has a full gimmick, moveset, like...
His entrance is awesome.
He has a crowd in the palm of their hands, like, right now. Right. James says, another quality takeover. The problem, Brooklyn 3 is the best card WWE's ever produced.
No, it's not. WrestleMania 17 is better.
No, bro.
Yeah,
like if you look at star ratings, like it's literally the greatest North American show in the last 40 years.
It was only 2 hours.
So, like, what's that mean? Yeah, Brooklyn 3 is better than Brooklyn 1. Like, if you take out that Sasha Bayley match, what else you got? Like, I mean, you have that ladder match in the main event, but that ladder match was clearly outdone. Like, it was a whole nother level. Do you remember anything else from Brooklyn 1?
Listen, Ring of Honor, I'm pretty sure has had, like, better shows I'm like fairly certain that they've got no 6 show that's better than that Brooklyn 3 show. I'll look it up and I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Ransmore says, dream, bitch. David Finishwell says, not better than SummerSlam 2002. Bro, there's matches on there that pull it down. Like, if you're talking like the greatest shows ever on there, they had
guys, the best show of all time is WrestleMania 17.
What was it? They had 5 matches and all of them were over 4 stars. Like, yeah, that's right. You were there, so you'll have to tell us about that one, Dave. But if you just look at the stats on it, these
facts are facts.
Yeah. Like, it's just
there is a report Drew McIntyre might have been possibly injured tonight.
He looked like it. Shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he might have had a shoulder injury tonight.
Uh-oh.
There's reports coming out. I just thought I'd read you a little something from the dirt, a little something.
Uh-oh.
Exposing the business.
Yeah, but Rance, if you want to call, call up and give us the live report, or Jeremy can get you on the messenger caller or whatever and put you on a speakerphone here and you can talk to folks about it. But what do you guys look forward to tomorrow, mostly? I talked to James about it, so I didn't really get to talk to you guys all. The
Bar versus Usos, I think, is going to be really, really good. Those are both teams that freaking go balls to the wall on pay-per-view, and they're going to be looking for that spotlight to take. So I think that match is going to be really good. Also, the Shield versus New Day should also be a really, really good match. So those are the 2 top matches I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Jason Jordan.
And what he does, like, who's he gonna run it with? Is he gonna attack Curtis? If you had to put a percentage of it. Okay, what up, Rance? I think we can hear you a little bit. Go ahead and talk again for us. Ooh, that sounds bad.
Yeah, you're breaking up, man.
Brooklyn 3, 5 matches, only 1 was under 4 stars, a 3.75. That's what James said. Okay, he ended the call there.
No, to be honest, I'm looking forward to watching AJ Styles prove why he's the best wrestler in the world tomorrow. Better than Omega.
No, I don't know about that.
Better than Okada.
Right? I don't know about that. Like,
I just have the fear that they're going to do the same.
Suplex City?
Yeah. They're going to do the Brock Lesnar match, and AJ's just going to bump around for that man for 10 minutes and F5.
Michael Grimes says, once Nikki Bella comes out, I'm turning off my TV. Well, Michael, have no fear. They announced it on WWE's Twitter account that it is Natalya, but we're not out of the woods here. Nikki Bella can fully attack her and take her place.
Well, let's try Rance again.
Hey, Rance, what's going on, man?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Bro, I'm lit, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. Tell us about the live experience, man. Like what was the biggest hit in the building?
Easily the biggest hit in the building was Undisputed Era and Adam Cole. The Adam Cole baby, resonates through your soul when they say that. It's crazy. Velveteen Dream won the night, bro. It started off, no exaggeration, it started off with literally me and 3 dudes in my section chanting for the dude. By the end of the match, people were screaming at Alster to say his name. It was crazy.
Say his name.
Won the crowd over.
Yeah, man. So y'all hear that, everybody? Rance Morris and 3 other dudes were responsible for getting over the Velveteen Dream tonight.
Did y'all hear a chat saying change the screen or something like that? Because they were fucking up the screen during the Velveteen Dream match. That was us. We started that.
No, I didn't
hear that one.
That
didn't come up on the camera.
They were showing the other rings on the screen, so we couldn't see the match from the screen. That's the wrong ring. Yeah, we were saying that's the wrong ring. So,
Wow.
And it started throughout the whole arena. But, guys, what I tell you, the card, even the Lars Sullivan Cassius Ohno match, which wasn't very good, still we appreciated it because it's a takeover, man. Everything from top to bottom was top notch. The Dunn Gargano match when y'all see it Wednesday, amazing.
Really?
Yes, bro.
What would you rate it?
They went at it, dog, and they went at it, bro. And the crowd was believe it or not, was more over for the
5-star rating. Go.
Just the main card or
No, for the
Gargano.
For the Gargano match.
I would give it 3 3/4 to 4 stars.
That's good.
Yeah, that should be fun to watch next week.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Velveteen Dream, or excuse me, the title match. Like, what did they make of the title switch in the building?
Oh, bro, there was nothing but sea cats. The crowd was, and it's something about Houston because we're a majorly Hispanic area.
Yeah,
Always vote for Hispanics here. The crowd was 100% behind Andrade, and especially with Rosita, what's her name on WWE? Zelina Vega. With her getting involved, it just got the crowd that much more hype. And Drew was awesome. No disrespect to Drew at all, but it was Andrade's night from the moment he walked out.
right.
From the moment he walked out, it was his night, and we felt it.
And I was thinking, like,
we were shocked he won, but we felt it.
And I was thinking, like, you know, do you feel like there's something around McIntyre right now where folks are about to turn on him? Because I felt like, you know, like we talked about it a little bit earlier on the show, like that felt like that was in the air.
I think we know Drew is a better heel.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And one thing that happens a lot in NXT that we notice is we turn on the top guy pretty quickly because the next guy comes up pretty fast.
Right behind him.
So it's not so much a turning on them. It's I'm ready for the new guy to go ahead and get crowd. Because they come up so fast. Like, Andrade, we're happy he won, but we're ready for Alpha to get the belt at WrestleMania. Like, so it's so quick, you know, and you would think it wouldn't be as quick with there being, 5 takeovers a year? But it moves so fast, it seems like. And Drew's never been a good face to me. I've never been a big fan of the outside anybody baby face because there's no real character behind that. But we've seen Drew as a fully formed character, like Josh was saying earlier, as a bad guy, as an antagonist, as a heel. So I think this will help him because it's one thing. Some people are better with the chase. Some people are better being chased. Drew seems to be better chasing.
So he's gonna be like Big Daddy Cool Diesel after he lost the title in 1995 to Bret Hart, and then he comes out there on the commentary and he's making all types of shoot insider comments about how he was unhappy, and then he starts beating up the little guys, right?
Well, he did that in TNA, so why not? So why the hell not?
Kevin Nash was the best X Division competitor of all time.
He is, yes.
James says Styles greater than Omega. Omega ain't dragging Baron Corbin, kicking and screaming in great matches. Omega's wrestling Okada and Naito. The things that Styles produced with those guys are nowhere near what Omega produced with them.
Listen, Omega can have a 5-star match
with anybody.
Yeah. The real world champion.
Yeah, but Rance, thanks for calling in, man. Like, I don't want to hold you up. I think Josh has one more question for you.
Rance, tell us about the attendance.
So I'm gonna be completely transparent. It was disappointing. It was really disappointing. So the section across from the camera was full. The section on my side, which was facing the Tron, was pretty much full. But there were tarps. The 400 section, which is the top section of the arena, was completely closed off. The section where the camera crew is, that was completely tarped off. The section kind of behind the screen in the corner on the camera side was tarped off. And there were random, so I sat in 113, but in row 23. 3 rows behind me, which is about 10 more rows, was tarped off. So it was really disappointing. And Josh, me and you had a podcast that never came out that we talked about stuff like this. But I wasn't a believer that, there's dire straits. And I'm still not, but that's disappointing as hell for me to see it with my own eyes. Like, I kind of got slapped with the reality that these tickets aren't selling like they probably should. And I don't know if it's a price thing, because the interest, I think, is still there. If it was Survivor Series that was like that, I can understand that because, I get it. People are disenamored with it. This is TakeOver. There's never been a TakeOver that's disappointed.
Right.
NXT is supposed to be the darling. And for it to still be
Now,
We sat in seat 1 and 2, and there were 5 seats next to me on my left that were completely empty.
now, Rance, this is something. This is something that Jeremy had mentioned to me. Like, how much do you think like the post Hurricane Harvey maybe had like an effect on like the attendance here?
That's a good point, because my homeboy was with me right now. He lost his house. He's staying in his trailer with some friends, and I had to pick him up. I paid for everything tonight. No, I ain't even trying to put you out there or nothing. But yeah, and whenever I buy tickets, I buy 2 because you never know. So had I not scooped him, he wouldn't have went. So that might play a big part in it. So I hadn't thought about that, because things have kind of gotten back to normal. But there's still like my parents are still in a hotel. Like, so things haven't really gone back to normal as much as I may want to think. That's a good point. That it could be the case, because Houston always gives a good crowd.
Right. There's a fourth big. The population is like is the fourth biggest city like in the United States, and pretty much like I would have expected like to see a heavier thing, but maybe it was a situation where War Games might have not been the draw, or McIntyre wasn't the draw, or the deal is they don't have the same like top level like draws that they've had for NXT in the past.
Well, I'm not sitting here trying to bring up the attendance to say, oh, this is indicative of, you know, the brand's appeal or anything like that, because I don't think that's the case. I think that NXT is still a hot commodity. I think it's more just I noticed that on the camera that half the crowd wasn't there, and I just wanted
and they stayed away from it.
Rance wasn't there, so I thought he could just let us in on what's going on, because again, like he said, we haven't seen that for an NXT. We see it for SmackDowns, things like that, but not NXT. That's kind of strange.
James said, Rance, what are you doing at a takeover? That's wrestling, not sports entertainment.
Well, you must never have read any of my work. I'm a bigger NXT fan than WWE fan. I appreciate character work.
Yo, Rance,
I appreciate character. I appreciate entertainment. NXT may be great wrestling, but there are fully formed characters more so than the main roster.
That's true.
I've been an NXT guy from the very beginning, from the old Hulu days.
Were you listening to the show earlier when I called you out and I said consistency?
No, I literally just got on the call.
Oh man, I gave you a shout out.
I'm at my boy's house and I just saw the Facebook group, so I didn't hear what you said.
I don't remember because I've been drinking, but
it was something that we were like, consistency.
I gave you a shout out. It was pretty funny.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, hey, first and foremost, we dropped the podcast today. It was a preview. I hate to do a T-pop. We gotta have Josh back on soon. We will. But hey, man, call me out if I have no problem admitting if I'm wrong or take any criticism, because I'll be out there on some shit. I know that. Me and Rich go at it all the time. So I'm okay with that.
But it's fake, Rance. We shouldn't even be arguing, Rance, because it's fake. We shouldn't even disagree.
Oh my god.
Y'all be going down it y'all be analyzing this shit like we analyzing this goddamn politics or something, bro. It's a scripted television.
This is the same thing as politics. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Politics are fake too.
Politics is a work.
I was like, look, did you see the last election?
Yes, good point. Very good point.
It's a work.
It's a work. James also said that's why Fan Show keeps asking about the freaking ab contest. Sports entertainment trolls.
Yo, did that happen? Did they show that?
No. Oh, did they do that? The ab contest?
No, not at the show.
Oh wow, yeah, they didn't show it.
I mean, you'd know more than we did.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if that was something they did off camera or something.
Nah, bro, unless it's on like YouTube or something, it wasn't on the card.
Oh man, Simon said there was no gender on NXT. Why was Rance there?
Damn.
Where's the consistency?
Just because you said that, I'm buying tickets to goddamn Survivor Series tomorrow. That you're talking.
Yeah, man, he's not at that show either.
He's gonna screw AJ tomorrow.
He'll be there, trust me.
He'll be
He may
there.
not be on the card, but he'll be there.
Maybe so. Well, yeah, man. Thanks for calling in, man. We don't want to hold you up. I know you're out there, like, trying to probably get something to eat after the show and all that.
Get laid out there.
Yeah. It's all good. I had to call and talk to you boys, man. Y'all be good. Good to hear.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Peace.
See you, Rance.
All right, man. But yeah, I guess we can leave it there. And thank you guys for listening to the post show for our NXT Takeover. Make sure you guys listen to the Social Suplex Podcast Network. I'm going to download this video into audio form and get it, on the podcast feed, so we'll be able to listen to this back if you missed it. We got the Ricky and Clive show just started.
Yep, from Scotland.
Scotland, yep.
Yeah.
And,
international, baby.
International out here on you boys.
I just want everyone to know, you did not watch a War Games match.
You did not watch War Games, no matter what WWE may tell you. This was not, it was like, there is no sex in the champagne room. You did not see a War Games match. We got the SFC podcast. What's up to those guys? And of course, One Nation Radio. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon for with me and James and whoever else would like to call us. Y'all can feel free to call in.
And in 2018, we're going to be launching Talk is Young Boy.
Talk is Young Boy. Okay. Yeah, man. We were talking to some other folks about shows. Simon, where you at? So I need to hear that Uncut Fury of Simon for 30 to 45 minutes every week.
Just like freaking going off on the product.
Yes.
Killing them.
That should be killing the business.
Killing the business. Yes. Name's your podcast. Michael, we usually do it around noon, and we do it live on the Facebook group just like this. If not, like we might do a post show tomorrow. Never know. But that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. You guys want to let them know where to find you and all that?
Yeah, you can find me in Tampa, Florida. We're right in my apartment in Wesley Shores. It's dope.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Twitter at Jeremy L. Donovan. Make sure you follow at Social Suplex and check out socialsuplex.com. A lot of columns dropping by me, Brian, and Rick. A lot of great content. Check it out.
Yeah, man. You can listen to the podcast. You can read the columns. You can listen, talk in the group and all that. We just want y'all to remember one thing. Man, all this shit is fake, though. Peace.